guys, this is Andie with 9 to 5 Dropouts. A lot of you guys have been asking us how we downsized. But first I want to start with why we downsized, because some of you guys might not have watched our intro video. So Josh was just retired from the military, and a few years ago we were sitting talking, and he said to me, what are we going to do when I retire? And we kind of talked back and forth and about what we wanted and what was best for our family. And we decided that we wanted adventure, and we wanted a way that we could pay cash for land whenever we were to decide a forever home. And we also wanted to know where was going to be our forever home. How were we going to find our forever home? So long story short, we came up with this idea of traveling cross country in our RV. And the reason we're sharing with you guys is because we wanted a place to document it for our family to watch us on this journey. So when we started, it was super difficult. We knew we had to get rid of this whole house full of stuff, right? How do you decide what brings you joy and what doesn't bring you joy? How do you decide what to keep and what not to keep? Because remember, one of the reasons for this journey that we're taking was because we wanted to save money, and getting a $300, $500 storage place was not an option to us. It was a total waste of money. I guess if we would have had a house full of antiques that maybe went back generations and generations, we might have thought a little bit differently. But for us being a military family and already on the move every few years, we didn't really have anything that we had spent a whole lot on, because every move something gets damaged. So you never really, when you're military, want to spend a lot. And we didn't have anything that really meant a lot to us. Now we did have some things we wanted to keep. We kept a bin full of pictures because after all, pictures are memories. You can't get rid of that. We also put in that bin a couple of things that were maybe heirlooms that meant a lot to us, that were passed down from generations. And we have a couple of bins of other stuff that we didn't want to get rid of, that we are keeping at a family's house. So we did have about 4 or 5 bins left after we filled everything in our camper. So let's start. Well, 6 months before we started this journey, we started with what brings us joy. So our first go around was what brings us joy, how much did we use it, or how much had we used it in the 6 months prior, and we started to purge. We donated, we gave away a lot of stuff, some things we did sell, and we really started to go through every month, and it became a routine for us. What clothes were we wearing and not wearing? What shoes could we do away with? What items did we maybe buy that we haven't used for 6 months? And we started to just get rid of stuff, and we weren't allowed to buy things anymore unless it was something that we desperately needed. So we started to do this every single month, and before we knew it, we were just getting rid of bags and bags and bags full of stuff, and they were becoming somebody else's treasures. And that was cool to us. We gave away a lot of things to people that were maybe starting out, and newly married people that Josh worked with, or that we knew that were maybe struggling to make ends meet. So we gave them some of our furniture because we know how it is to be starting out. And we did it. As you can see, we don't have a ton of stuff in this camper. There's not a lot of underneath storage, so we couldn't really keep a lot. And our rule now is every time we buy something and bring something in, something has to go, which was super hard for me because I love clothes, I love shoes, I love jewelry, and for me it was super hard at first, but now it's actually rewarding for me. And simplifying our life has brought a new renowned joy in things that matter in life, and not just having stuff and material things. So when I bring in a shirt has to go. And what I will do is I will give it to somebody that maybe I'm around, say, hey, do you want this? Do you like this? I'll just give it away. But I can't keep it in the camper, because that's where the clutter comes in, and that's what we don't want. We want a fresh, clean slate here. We want simplified living. Less stuff equals more life to us. So I wanted to go over to, a lot of you have been asking, how is it with a family living in a camper? And I'm not going to lie to you guys. We're very authentic people, and I'm going to be very honest. For me, especially suffering from anxiety, I was stressed the first month. I even the first week when we were into this said to Josh, I don't know if we made the right decision. I don't know, like we thought getting 2 bedrooms and having a living space in the middle would give us all somewhere to go, but it seemed like we were bumping into each other. We couldn't really find our own space. But I want you guys to know that that comes around full circle, and you will be happy you did this, even though you're going to go through some snags in the beginning and you might feel a little bit stressed. Trust me, keep with it, stick with it. There's a reason that you did this, and the joy that comes after that is worth the little bit of struggles that you have in the beginning. We figured everything out now. We kind of have our mojo together. You know, I go outside to work out a lot, so I'll go outside. Josh will go for bike rides alone. Keegan, you know, will maybe shut his bedroom door and chill in his room. So we've all kind of learned how to have our own space within this tiny space and make it work for us. So I hope that gives you guys an idea of how we did things and why we did things. If you're thinking about simplifying your life, I hope that our videos inspire you to do this, or even if you're not thinking about full-time living on the road like us, maybe this will inspire you guys to get rid of things that that are just taking up space in your life and aren't really bringing you joy. And I can tell you that once I did that, it almost felt like I was like going through this rebirth. Like I was able to, you know, think more clearly and think about the things that really matter to me and as a family, things that matter to us. And in the end, what we realize is none of the material things that we have define us or bring us as much joy as spending time as a family. So thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely subscribe to us if you guys haven't already. Share this page with other people. We would appreciate it. And whether you're looking for a place to vacation, a place to live, you just want to tune in and see our adventures, maybe you're looking for a fix for your RV, whatever the case may be, definitely subscribe to us, share with your friends. We thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we hope you guys are living your best life like we have chosen to. Thanks, guys.